Yo, what's up, everyone? Back for this Wednesday slate. We got an 11-game main slate for today, so let's get right into it. You can drop a like and subscribe before we get started. I appreciate that. And you can check out the website if you want to join for NFL that's coming up. So first NFL video for week 1 will be up this weekend. So super excited about that. On this slate, we have some top-end pitching. Garrett Cole and Max Scherzer are both on the slate. Both are in pretty good matchups. I mean, Scherzer gets to face the Orioles, which is a really nice spot. Even though he was limited in his last start, only threw 71 pitches. We'll see where his pitch count is in this one. But if we get word that he's going to be a full go, then it's obviously one of the best spots you can ask for. Then cheaper pitchers, we have Odorizzi's fine. I think, I'm not thrilled about paying that price tag just because he hasn't been great as of late. And we have some better pitchers cheaper than him. I like Kenta Maeda a lot at 8,000. Facing the Padres and Petco, just a really good matchup. He doesn't go particularly deep into games, but he's still been pretty good for most of the season. Good strikeout upside, averaging well over a strikeout per inning. Doesn't give up a ton of walks. And this Padres have one of the highest strikeout rates in baseball against right-handed pitching at only 8,000. It's a nice price tag for the upside that he has, so especially with Coors on the slate once again. We have some bad pitchers down here. I think he's a fine option. So you can get your Red Sox bats, you can get your Twins bats in, you can get all the expensive hitters that you want. And then second pitcher for me, there's a lot of pretty good value here. Like Descalfini's a fine play at 78. I like Foltzy at just 74. Civali's a great play at 7,000. Even Alcantara, I don't mind him at 68. And that's kind of the cutoff for me. I'm not playing anybody down here. So I'm going to go with Civali here as my second pitcher. Only 7,000. His last start, he was pitching really well. And then the rain came, so he got pulled after 83 pitches. But he would have gone over 90 and would have gone at least 6 innings. He's been decent with the strikeouts. He has yet to give up a home run in his 29 innings, which is pretty impressive, only giving up 6 walks. The Tigers lineup is completely abysmal. He should be able to cruise through this lineup, or at least go like 5-6 innings at least with, a couple like 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. Probably limited damage, so at 7,000, it's a good chance that he can get you close to 20 DraftKings points. So it's a really good value on the slate. So going with those two pitchers. And then stacks today, my favorite's going to be the Twins stack facing a bad lefty and Ross Detweiler. The Twins are one of the most powerful teams in baseball against left-handed pitching with Cruz, Garver, Crone, even Marwin Gonzalez. There's a lot of power on the Twins against lefties. And then the Red Sox against Peter Lampert's been really bad this season, especially at home in Coors. The Red Sox, obviously a tremendous stack. So those are going to be the top 2 stacks. And then I don't mind, going with the Rockies on the other side, or going with the Nationals, or even the Angels. I like them a little bit. So let's get started here with first baseman. I'm going to go back to Matt Adams here. He's at 4,400. The price tag has gone down for him. I like the price tag. Love the matchup against Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski was great in his first start, and then he's kind of regressed. He definitely regressed in his last couple starts. He's still been decent with the strikeouts, but he's given up some power, specifically to lefties. He has given up a 587 slugging percentage, and he's given up 8 home runs. The xFIP to lefties is 6.57, so even though he has limited damage, the strikeouts rate is 10% lower to lefties. He's given up a lot higher. Hard hit rate is at 36.6% and a bunch of fly balls. So the Nationals playing, it's a great part to hit in, especially with the fly ball tendencies that this pitcher has and the terrible bullpen behind him. I like them quite a bit as a stack, especially Adams, just with the power that he has as a one-off or even as part of a stack here at first base. At third base, I'm going with Rafael Devers. He's $5,800. Peter Lampert's just been really bad against lefties, so I like Devers a lot. Lampert on the season in Coors has been really bad, and he gives up power. He's not a big strikeout pitcher at all. On the season, he's given up a 5.76 slugging to lefties and a 3.20 average. At home, he has a 6.64 ERA, and lefties have a 5.25 xFIP, just a 14.5% strikeout rate. And he has a 45.3% hard hit rate given up to lefties, a lot lower to righties. So my favorite is probably going to be Devers here at third base. And then we're going to get to Nelson Cruz. I always play him against lefties, especially bad lefties. And I'm not going to stop here with Ross Detweiler facing him. Ross Detweiler, he gets by. He survives on ground balls and just weak contact. But the Twins don't make a lot of weak contact. They hit the ball hard. They don't strike out much. Detweiler doesn't strike people out. On the season, he has given up a 6.17 slugging percentage and a 3.26 average to righties with 11 home runs. Love some of the Twins here. He just has a 17% K rate. xFIP is almost at 5, and he's not giving up a ton of fly balls, but when he does give up contact, he usually gets hit pretty hard. And Cruz, one of the best hitters in baseball against lefties on the season. Just so good, so much power. He hits the ball so hard against lefties. Everything gets hit hard from Nelson Cruz. So it's no secret that Cruz mashes lefties. So seems like one of the best spend-up options in the outfield. On the season, he has a 284 average to lefties with 13 home runs and just 88 at-bats. Give him a 489 ISO with a crazy 4.8% soft contact rate, 64% hard hit rate. That is insane how hard he hits the ball and how much he just crushes the ball against lefties. So I love Cruz, especially on the road. It's a nice park upgrade for the Twins stack. And then last but not least, I do like the Angels a little bit. I like the price tag on Justin Upton. $3,900 is a nice price tag. He hasn't been very good this season, except for the power. He doesn't hit for high average, but when I play Justin Upton, I'm not looking for him to get multiple hits. All I need is one hit, and I need that hit to leave the park. If he can get a home run for me, that's great value, just like with most hitters. But at $3,900, given how good he's been against righties over the past 2 seasons, I like him a lot here. This year he has a 254 average against righties with 7 home runs. He definitely has the power, 205 ISO. He does strike out a lot, but he does hit the ball in the air a bunch. And this Texas pitcher, Guardo, doesn't strike many guys out at all. So we'll look at his numbers. He's going to come in after an opener, but he should get to face him twice, probably at least. So Ariel Guardo has been decent on the season, but righties have crushed him. 326 given up, 326 average, and a 567 slugging percentage. Doesn't strike many guys out at all, under 20% to both sides. And he gives up a bunch of hard hits, 42% hard hit rate. Justin Upton as just a cheap outfielder with power. Just feel like he's in a good spot today. So I like Upton, I like Cruz, I like Devers, Adams. Going with 2 mid-range pitchers just because there's a lot of offense that I want on the slate. So besides those guys, like I said, I'm looking at my favorite stacks. If we look at the Angels here, some other guys I like on the team are probably going to be Cole Calhoun is cheap. Trout's always in play, especially on a day like today. And then Fletcher, if he bats leadoff, I think is a fine play. The Dodgers, did I mention them? But depending on who's pitching for the Padres, I think they have one of the higher totals on the slate. We do have some nice value with Bellinger's only 52. That's really cheap for Bellinger. I like him. I like Peterson. Seager, I like him at shortstop. And then Justin Turner's cheap. So the Dodgers are pretty cheap. They make for a nice, probably contrarian stack, because I don't think many will full stack the Dodgers. The Red Sox are obviously one of the top stacks of the slate. Betts, if you can fit all the guys in, Betts, Bogarts, Devers, you know who to play on the Red Sox. On the Rockies, mainly looking at the righties against Rodriguez. Desmond at 4,000 is a fine play. And then, Story and Arenado both crush lefties. But I'm definitely more interested in the Red Sox side than on the Rockies side. And the Twins, already talked about my favorite plays on this Twins. Cruz, Marwin Gonzalez, Corone, Polanco, Sano. So much power on the team. And the Indians, didn't really mention them, but I like the Indians a lot. I like Puig. They're pretty cheap. Puig, Reyes, Lindor, under 5,000. Kipnis at just 3,700. So the Indians are definitely in play today. So those are some other teams I like to stack on the slate. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You can drop a like if you enjoyed, and good luck today.